Ice Spice, Y2K, right? And she likes to flirt with the New York drill. And not even say flirt, she's in a full on relationship. She's in a full on engagement with the New York drill. And you can hear it in the grime features that she's done with Central C. Like, she's committed to this sound. And nothing is wrong with this sound because this is a sound that got her going. This is the sound that made her famous. But when you see Ice Spice, you don't see a woman that should fit in a box. You see a well-rounded woman, a black woman, orange hair, pretty feminine features. You don't see somebody that would fit in the box of a NY drill rapper. So when you going to listen to her music, sometimes it can be underwhelming because when you see her persona, you think she has more to offer. You think she has more to give than this typical NY drill production rapping. And to be honest, the production was okay, but NY drill to me, it's an acquired taste, right? It's an acquired flow, and it sounds right when you do it here and there, but when it's done over and over again on each track, it can get redundant, right? It can get tedious, it can get tiring, right? It could get monotone, sounding the same way. It could turn into one big song if you're not careful, Ice Spice. But I believe that she gave her fans what her fans needed to hear, right? I believe this was a quality project when we talk about her lane, when we talk about what she's done in New York and what she's done in female rap in this industry. This is what she was supposed to do. But I don't think she exceeded any expectations. I don't think she took any risk. I don't think she stepped out the box on this one. I don't see her lyricism improving. I don't see any improvements on when she first came in the game to now. I don't see any of that other than her body getting slimmer. I don't see any adjustments that was made. So I feel like she did what she was supposed to do. She delivered the album to her fans. But when we think about the 25 million monthly listeners going away, then we got to really look at what's going on in the whole grand scheme of things, Ice Spice, right? Because if that's true, if you did lose that many listeners on Spotify, then you gotta recreate yourself. You gotta get back in your bag. You can't continue to depend on your looks. You can't continue to depend on that exotic look flavor that you giving people, you know what I'm saying, physically. You got to do it sonically. You got to do it musically. You got to change your flows up. You got to use different productions. Like, you got to step outside the box a little bit and keep one foot in, right? To please your fan base, but also cultivate more and new fans. Because this NY drill shit, it's only going to go so far. It's only going to reach certain regions. It's not going to go past New York. Munch was cool. Other songs you did was cool. But right now you're living on your persona, you're living on your look. You're not living on your music. This album is not going to carry you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the things outside the music will carry you, and maybe that's what you want. Maybe you really don't care about music. And a lot of artists don't care about the music. They don't care about the effort. They don't care about the quality. And maybe that is you. Maybe, you just using this as a way to elevate yourself into other avenues in the industry of business. And I get that. But don't go out and put out a project with no real challenge to yourself. Challenge yourself to be better, whether it be with lyricism. Challenge yourself to be better, whether it be with flows and trying new things and taking risk and being more introspective. Like, challenge yourself, right? Because without challenge, how can we grow? Without change, how can we adapt? How can we evolve without change? And that's the one thing consistent that's going to happen in this life, and that is change. So my advice to her would be to switch some things up, change some things up, and flirt with some other energies and other productions and other sounds. Right? Because after this, we gonna kind of get fed up. We gonna kind of get tired. You probably could do one more project like this, but we gonna need a little bit more. Right? And we like your look. We appreciate your sex appeal. We appreciate your exotic, I guess, flair. But I feel like we need a little bit more.